you consider them fallen angels, or where does the fallen angels come in? Because I have my own idea of that.
Okay, so one of the things about this planet, it used to be on a more of a spiritual plane, meaning there wasn't these physical vessels, but it existed in a spiritual plane. That's why, like that fourth dimension I told you guys about last session, where we went through the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, seventh dimension. There was a spiritual plane where it wasn't, these physical vessels we were running around in. And so then other entities came in, and then you got your women or your feminine beings that were originally here. All right. And then, and I want to get into it with you about why you think the women came from the sea. But when we're talking about the this plane, it was more of a spiritual plane. Then other beings came in, and then you got your feminine beings that are here, and they were at war, as you said, which would create the men. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because from my understanding, the lands wasn't always above the water. So when you're talking about this realm was spiritual, or this plane was spiritual, because there was no land here. There was no land above the water there. Go ahead though. That was just a thought.
That's great. Thank you for that. Because if it's spiritual, then you don't need land, do you? You could be land or water.
Exactly.
So, and as a matter of fact, it's always about, we coming from the waters. Because that's where we come from.
Let me just put this out there right quick. I truly believe that the spirits that are in us, our souls, I believe come from the ocean itself. When they talk about when you die, your spirit goes, or your spirit goes back to heaven. I believe that heaven is the ocean. The ocean is what they're referring to, where we come from. Because I believe that everything around us is water. Even the air that we're breathing is a less condensed form of water.
Absolutely.
And there's water above us and there's water below. This is a water world.
Right. Good point. And so it's something to look into. So, with this being that spiritual realm and talking about the Anunnaki that came in, all right, they would be more on a physical realm when they came in, but there was other physical beings here as well. And then of course they started mixing their DNA with the other beings on the planet, and now we're here in this situation where we got these feminine beings who don't understand what their power is. So going back to these X and Y chromosomes, when she taps into this X chromosome, this other X chromosome, well then she gets access to that other DNA. All right. So, and then when we're talking about fallen, all right, when we talk about physical beings, okay, that's fallen. All right, because you went from spiritual to a physical being. And now
the fallen state.
Yeah. So then you got the double X, which is the feminine being, and then she creates this, this Y chromosome, which is again. All right. So where the chromosomes have been removed. All right. So again, we understand all of that is degrading of the state. So, and then we don't even want to get into what animals are, because that's a whole nother topic that we haven't been told the truth on. But at any rate, that's why all I'm just saying is we went from a spiritual state to now in this state. And the bottom line, the reason why we're having this session, which is called Sisters, It's Time to Wake Up, is for the simple fact that women, we want to be upset about what's going on in this world. It has to do with women. And when women decide to wake up and stand in their right position, then you can tap into this other X chromosome, which is the X-Men powers. And let's be clear, it is the woman who is controlling this mess. The minute she gets in order, it's not going to be no danger. When she gets into order, it's not going to be no, oh, my baby dad ain't doing it. Oh, we don't have no money. It's not going to be any of that, because of the simple fact that you have the power. You the X-Man. All right.
Yeah. I agree totally.